See you, TMG.
We'll see how that goes. Moving on to Donovan Mitchell, the other side of the two-man pairing in Utah, and now they trade off Gobert. Where do you see Mitchell going?
Everyone's talking about the Knicks, which probably will happen. I feel the best scenario for him is the Heat.
Yep. It's just I only see those two teams.
I feel the Heat where he can help them turn them into real title contenders. I mean the Heat, what I've been seeing with him, for him they'll get Jazz will get Hero, Robinson, Nikola Jovic, and some other guy called Omar Yacht 7.
Yeah. Oh, Omar Yacht 7.
And then there's a couple of first round picks. I don't see that being that bad at all. I mean Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. And
get rid of the Duncan Robinson contract, which is a bad contract.
They gave him too much. Well, it's funny. They gave him that big contract and then they didn't play him.
Yeah, it's deep.
He got exposed.
You got exposed. You can't defend.
You can't defend, and then teams respected his shot a lot.
Yeah.
And then they ran him off the 3-point line, and he was cooked.
And now he's just a podcast guy, man.
Hopefully, he can work on his playmaking, become more valuable defensively, because he's still a great shooter.
He's like 6'10". He just can't move his feet.
6'10".
Yeah, 6'10".
That's all. No way.
He's 6'10".
6'10".
Yeah, 6'10", 6'9".
He's not that tall. He's like 6'7".
Okay. No, 6'10".
Check it. He is not 6'10". I know he's tall and lanky, but there's no way he's 6'10". I'm thinking 6'7", maybe 6'8" max. 6'10's at 80 height, bro.
2 meters 1.
That's tall, actually.
Alright, everything feet.
Check it on Basketball Ref.
Oh, so you're about 6'7". 2 meters 1. What? Oh, AD is what?
AD's supposed to be 6'10".
Oh, that guy, man. I can't trust him.
208
centimeters.
200 what?
208 centimeters. Yeah, 6'2".
208?
Yeah.
That's what AD is?
Yeah.
What's Robinson?
201.
Oh, I thought you said 207. Okay,
Yeah.
AD.
Now we'll talk about that guy another time. I'm on his neck.
Close. All done. Hey, but to be honest, he's done what he's supposed to do. Delivered the championship as arguably the best player in that team. So,
He's 3-time Buck champion, 8-time All-NBA, All-Star. I don't think he's been All-NBA, you know.
Who? He hasn't been All-NBA. He must have been.
You sure?
He must have got it the season they won the chip. Must have got at least first or second team.
But the season, they do it before the chip, though.
No, to be fair, I think they should have been that season, to be fair.
4 times. Oh, actually, 4 times All-NBA first team.
First team? Wow, crazy.
How's he first team 4 times? 2015, 2017, 2018, 2020.
All those times they've been below a 4th seed, I'm sure, apart from the Lakers. People respect AD, his talent is screams out popping.
Well, remember the center before Jokic and Embiid came to the fore, the center position was kind of lacking. But I don't think Embiid's been first team, you know.
It's true. Well, yeah, back to Mitchell. The Knicks, they can get what? For the Knicks, the Jazz can get Fournier, Obi Toppin, a half flyer, Emmanuel Quickly, I like him. Quentin Grimes, don't know too much about him. And there's a 2025, 27, 29 first round pick. Also got the Dallas pick swaps as well, first 28. So a lot of resources there to give up. The Knicks need a star. Donovan Mitchell can be that star. But like I said, in terms of winning, I thought the Heat is the best for him because you got Jimmy Butler, which should still be their best player, and then maybe Donovan Mitchell probably their second best player, and allows kind of Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell can defend. We've seen that in his early career, and I believe he'll buy into the Heat culture, and also allows there to be less pressure on Bam to be an offensive threat, and so Donovan Mitchell can really, if Jimmy Butler's not having it, Donovan Mitchell can really take over, make plays, can make big shots, athletic to get to the rim, and also it would help take off pressure, like I said, of Bam, open up some easy shots, easy looks for him, and so when you have the hierarchy of Butler, Mitchell, and Bam, with the defensive and three-point make 3-and-D guys around them, you have the foundations of a team that can really go far and get back to the finals and be a real contender.
The thing is though, Mitchell's only like 6'1". Can you play him with Lowry in a backcourt? That's a very small backcourt. That's a very small backcourt. If you want to trade, you probably have to include Lowry in it, and Lowry's not going to want to go to Utah.
Kyle Lowry, damn.
I don't know. You can't.
Maybe stagger their minutes.
Yeah, you probably have to say that's 2 very small players. Like, undersized point guards now, you get picked on. Yeah, unless you're defensively solid, which Kyle Lowry is. Yeah. Mitchell, however, defensively,
that is flaky.
He got Bronson paid.
Because I think I touched on it a couple of episodes ago. I mean, when Mitch first came into the league, the opponent field goal percentage was like low 40s, high 30s, and every season's gone up. Every season's gone on, that field goal has gone up. So he's been less of an efficient, effective defender.
When he came into the season, he wasn't expected. When he came into the NBA, he wasn't expected to be a star.
It's an unknown commodity.
Yeah, as an unknown commodity. He wasn't expected to be a star. It was expected to just be like a good player, could add, some skill and some scoring to the team, and also work hard defensively. But when he started to improve his offensive game, he's defensively suffered. That's what normally happens in the NBA. People, when they realize they score, man, scoring gets paid. The defense don't get paid like that. Is Smart a max player? No. Is Drew Holiday a max player? No. Defense don't get paid. Only Gobert. I don't know how Gobert got a max.
He happened to be, because he got the defensive player of the years, and he happened to be arguably their best player. To be fair, Smart and Drew Holiday never got confused to be the best player in their team, so that's why they were able to get those maximum rewards. You know, Drew Holiday is the best pound for pound defender in the league, especially when it comes to clutch plays. Smart not too far behind.
But defense doesn't get paid, man.
But it's true. I mean, that's why you got to give the likes of MJ, I guess, Kobe as well, the highest regards. Hakeem, those guys, Tim Duncan especially. Those guys offensively, they were amazing. Defensively, they were almost just as good. Arguably, in Tim Duncan and Hakeem's cases, they were even better. And they played both ends of the court for long periods of time. Even Kareem as well. And even LeBron, he done it for a small phase. He didn't do it for long enough. Like, those guys were more consistent defenders, but it's taxing. Trying to have to carry the load offensively. Even though, in my opinion, LeBron carries more an offensive load when you consider the whole playmaking aspect and the rebounding and ball handling and all that sort of stuff. Then those guys, but still, to do both ends for many years at the highest level. I guess that's what makes the best of the best. I mean, most of the guys the only guy that's in my fans, the only guy that's in my raw top 10 or even the raw top 5. So there's two guys, but mainly Magic. He's the only one that really wasn't a defensive stalwart.
But it wasn't a liability because of his size.
It wasn't a liability, but it just wasn't as great as those guys. I guess you could throw Larry Bird in as well. Larry Bird got in 2 or 3 defensive teams, but he still put effort in. But Magic wasn't, not saying he didn't put no effort in, but it wasn't as.
It wasn't a matchup dependent kind of game though. Sorry, it wasn't a matchup dependent kind of game where you can really say like, oh, Magic was they used to put Magic in the pick and roll and they used to cook him.
It wasn't a really defensive liability. It wasn't, not to say it was a defensive liability. It just wasn't a defensive.
Stalwart,
and awards would reflect.
They said Larry Bird was a great team defender. That's what they said.
Yeah, playing Centerfield, or what they call it.
Yeah, he used to picks. Sometimes just understanding the game, but obviously, a man-to-man defender, I don't think it would have been great at all. So it doesn't really matter at all.
You're just smart. I mean, this is smartness. That's what Magic used as well, but Larry Bird was more, I guess, effective in that manner. So yeah, but then again, you look back. I mean, you look back at the players in those positions. Maybe the point guards were in that era more better defensively, so that's why it wasn't necessarily getting first team, second team defense. Whereas the small forwards and the power forwards, where everyone wanted to push you wanted to put Bird in, weren't as great. So probably allowed Bird to sneak a couple defensive teams.
Yeah, it's true. It could be the caliber of the players in your position as well. That can affect where you come out in those defensive teams. Because there's some years where, like, you look at the all defensive, even this year, you look at all defensive, who you put in, you struggle to get to 10 guys because obviously there's no outstanding candidates, and everyone's like, okay, there's some kind of good ones, but there's such an emphasis on scoring in the modern game that it doesn't really matter for those guys.
Seems like defense only really matters when it gets to the games that matter, the playoffs and
playoffs, yep.
And again, regular season games that have major consequence.